Welcome to today's class. Come into a comfortable seated position with the legs straight out, leaning against the wall, or legs crossed at ankles, shins, half lotus, full lotus, whatever feels comfortable for you. Today we're going to practice by the wall, so make sure you have a surface, either a back of the door, anything which is stable. Make sure that you're not disturbed if it's a door. And the other prop I have is a cushion, a blanket, anything. So do grab your wall and your cushion if you like to, and then come into a comfortable seated position. Relax the shoulders against the wall, roll the shoulders back, and arrive to your class. Lengthen the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Still keep the shoulder blades nicely supported on the wall. Lift the top of the head up. Let the shoulders relax. Allow the sit bones to relax towards the floor. And then close your eyes softly. Begin by arriving to your mat. Noticing what is happening today. What did you bring to the mat? This little check-in of what is. When we practice in the body and the mind, and with the emotions that we have at this moment, we can create amazing changes. But we just practice with what we think we need, or what we just decided, or we're going against the body. We can even create more disharmony. So this checking in how we're feeling is the first, the foundation step of our practice. Connecting with the breath, being aware of this union between the physical body and the breath and the mind. Connecting to this beautiful rhythm of inhaling, filling up, expanding in the whole body. Every cell gets nourished. And on the exhalation, as you bring the navel to the spine, you deflate, you let go, you gently contract. Connect with this rhythm of rising and falling, filling up and expanding, and gently contracting and releasing. Feeling the support of the wall, and the joy of the breath. And bring the hand to the heart. Connect the thumbs to the heart center, gently igniting the heart center with the fire with the thumbs. And let's tune in with the Om mantra 3 times. You can join in or just let the sound vibrate through you. beautiful sound, and the vibration of this sound, fine-tuning you, lifting you. And then make your intention here, and then softly open up the eyes, and then we're going to start our practice. Make your way into a standing position. Allow yourself, you can release your blanket. Allow yourself to come close to the wall. Sit bone is on the wall. Rolling the shoulders back, letting the back of the head release to the wall, releasing the fingertips down, just coming into our mountain position, into our Tadasana by the wall. Feel, how does it feel any different than your usual Tadasana? Finding the support of the wall, the sit bones touching and the shoulders touching. If you can, touch the top of the back of the head to it as well. Connect with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow yourself to settle here. Lengthening the top of the head up, sit bone down. We're going to come into our first stretch. Interlace the thumbs with the right thumb being on top, just hooking the thumbs together. Lengthen the shoulders away and inhale, lift the arms up, extend the arms up. Checking that you're still tucking the tailbone under. You're bringing your shoulder blades there. Beautiful straight spine. Lengthen up. 5 deep breaths. Feel the heat. Try to bring the shoulders back into their sockets. Very strong pose. Tailbone tucked under, lifting. Full breath. Opening the rib cage. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. And on the exhalation, slowly release the hands. Relax in here. Turn sideways towards the left. I'm going to show it here as well so you can see it. You can't see me by the wall then. So with the left hand coming to the wall about hip height, palm flat on it, and then we're going to inhale, lifting the right hand up, expanding up, and on the exhalation touching the right fingertips towards the wall and pushing ourselves away like a banana. So really have that resistance in here. Okay, and we're going to have 5 deep breaths in here. I'm going to turn by the wall, show it sideways around. So the left palm is pressing into the wall. Inhale, lift and lengthen with the right arm. Exhale, softly putting the right fingertips to the wall and press away. You have this beautiful banana shape. The shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Actually, you can see that better from this angle. Hips are aligned and you're breathing deeply. 5 deep breaths in here. Really feel this beautiful stretch in the right side of the body. Breathing into it. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, extend the right arm up. Exhale, come back to hugging your wall. And we're going to do the lengthening again with swapping the finger position. So this time the left thumb is on top of the right, just hooking them together. I don't know if you can see them. Come a little bit closer. So you're just hooking them together, and then we're going to move into the stretch. roll the shoulders back, lengthen. Inhale, reach up and extend. Bring the shoulders back into their sockets. 5 deep breaths. Feel the hugging the pelvis to the wall, tucking the tailbone on the shoulders. You can even rest the back of the head there and lengthening. Beautiful, warmth creating stretch. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. On the exhalation, slowly release the arms, and we're going to turn towards the right. So this time the right hand will be on the wall, about hip distance, a little bit higher if you wish to. And we're going to extend the left arm up and make our way into the banana shape. Okay? Inhale, lift that left arm up, extend. Exhale, release your left fingertips to the wall. Press into that right palm. Come into your banana shape in the upper body. Feel this beautiful stretch in the left side, making space. Of course, tucking the tailbone under, lengthening the spine. Breathing deeply. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhaling, stand the fingertips up. Exhale, release. Come back to the wall, and we're going to come into the chair by the wall. So walk a little bit away from the wall, that when you start coming down to your seat, your knees don't come further than the ankle, and you bring the legs together, hug the thighs in. You can bring the hands into the heart center, rolling the shoulders back, hugging the shoulders to the wall, and then come a little bit deeper as well. We're going to have 7 deep breaths in here. Notice that you have the quads active. Tuck the tailbone under. Squeeze the glutes and the core, okay? So if you feel that only the quads are working, try to make that switch of tucking the tailbone under and activating the glutes and the core as well. When all 3 muscle groups are working, you feel that you can stay here forever. Maybe not forever, but definitely 7 deep breaths. Feel the warmth in the body. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Feel the activation of the muscles. 5. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 7. Bring the hands to the wall. Slowly rise up. We're going to come into Uttanasana. I'm going to show it to sideways. So we're going to bring the sit bones to the wall. Inhale, lengthen up. You can bring the arms up, and on the exhalation we fold forward. You can bend the knees, or you can have the knees straight. You can walk the legs a little bit closer, so you change the dynamic of the pose, how close your feet are, your heels are to the wall, and if you have your legs straight or bent. So find the pose which feels comfortable, because we're going to stay here for 5 deep breaths. Lengthen the top of the head away from the sit bones. Push the sit bones to the wall. Feel that support. Maybe if you're familiar with Uttanasana, folding forward fold, feel if it feels any different by pressing the sit bones to the wall than it normally does. Can you maybe go deeper into the pose? Exhale, 3. Exhale, Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come up halfway, look up. Walk the hands forward. Make sure that they're nice and even, so they are in line. And then walk the legs back to the walls, that you are in high heels. So you're lifting your toes on your heels on the wall, and you're on the tiptoes. And here, find your alignment in your downward facing dog. If you don't feel like going in downward facing dog, you can come into the cat-cow, but at the same time press the heels towards the floor and coming to the cat-cow. So either 5 breaths of the cat-cow or 5 breaths of your downward facing dog with your heels on the wall. You can walk a little bit closer here. Hopefully the massage bed will hang on to it. I was showing this on the wall when we're doing half an hour, but you can't really see it, so I thought I'd give you this view. Mind you, hopefully you're just doing it with the instructions. Breathe, lengthen the top of the head away from the sit bones. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale, look between the hands and step forward with the right hand right leg between the hands, okay? So if you're in the all fours, you can come into this lounge position. Press that left heel to the wall, lengthen, roll the shoulders away from the ears here. Inhale. Exhale, 3. You can let the head hang, or you can look diagonally straight ahead. 4. Exhale, 5. Now, either stay here, or if you want to come a little bit deeper, walk that left leg up the wall. So you can be about hip height or even higher. The standing leg can be bent, so the right leg can be bent, or you can come into this L position that both legs are straight. Again, you can look straight ahead, rolling the shoulders back, or you can even come into the forward fold. So the upper body is your choice. 5 deep breaths. Press into that left foot. So you're pressing into that left heel. Lengthen here. Beautiful stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that it feels nice and supported. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. On the exhalation, bring that left heel back onto the mat, to the wall. Step back into your downward facing dog. Just realign here. And we're going to repeat the same on the other side. Inhale, look between the hands. Step forward with the left leg this time. So realign into your lunge. Make sure you feel comfortable. Push that heel on the wall. Lengthen away. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, walk the right leg up, either hip height or higher. You can readjust your leg position, play around until you feel comfortable. You can have both legs straight, or you can have a mini bend in that left leg. What feels comfortable? Let the head hang. Exhale, navel to the spine, full deep breath. It's a gentler class. We're not flowing from one posture to the other, so we allow ourselves the time to find the perfect alignment and the perfect breath for us today. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, walk that right leg down. Step the left leg back. Release into a downward facing dog. Big stretch. And then come down onto your knees, sitting on the knees. Just a little circles with the wrist. Sitting on the heels, cross-legged if this doesn't feel comfortable. We're just staying a couple of breaths here. Circle the other way around, releasing the wrist. We're going to need the wrist a little bit more. Some inversion, so just releasing it. With the next pose, you can have a block or a blanket close by. So I'm going to show you the block. The knee that is on the block is going to be further from the wall. So let's say the left leg. I don't know how the mirroring is, so I'm trusting you can connect with which leg is which. And then the right leg will come forward into the lounge. So maybe if I show it there, the 90 degrees. 90 degrees in the knee pointing in the same direction as the toes, and you're coming a little bit forward. So with the left hip, the hip is further forward than the knee. You're having a lovely stretch in the front. Okay, moving to the arm. Hopefully it will give you the time while I jump around from one position to the other. So connecting with the legs. If you're not feeling happy with being in the knees, just come up into the high lunge, or you can even come into Tadasana, so the legs are just in mountain position. Once you are happy with the knees, inhale, bring the hands, palms facing towards the wall, about hip height, and hug the wall. So you can come a little bit closer even. You want to have this lovely support from the wall, and then check in if your chest went towards the wall. Bring it back to the center. So the chest is parallel to the wall, facing forward. Palms are reaching back, rolling the shoulders back. So you have the lunge in the right leg going on. You have the hip flexion in the left leg going on. You have the opening of that right shoulder, the front of the chest. If you're okay here, stay here, or you can add another more with the left hand. Come to the inside of the knee or just underneath the knee and bring a resistance. So you're pressing the right foot into the hand, and at the same time you're pressing your left hand into the wall. 5 deep breaths in here. Took a while to get in here, no? Lots going on here. So if any part is too much, release a little bit, step back. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. And then slowly release back down and make your way to the other side. I'm going to show it from this position on the other side. Left leg forward, 90 degrees. Right leg, you have the hip extension. Squeeze the glutes, let the top of the head reach up. Inhale, bring that left hand, palm is facing towards the wall. Exhale, check that your hips and your shoulders are coming forward. And then bring that right hand to the left, inside of that left knee. Bring the resistance there. 5 deep breaths. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Inhale, and on the exhalation, releasing back, coming back. Next one, I'm gonna have to show by the wall because I can't go high up. We're going to do three-legged dog by the wall. So if you don't want to go there, just stay in cat-cow, pressing the heels towards the wall. Just want to have a quick look. Then you're coming into your down dog by the wall, heels high up on the wall. And then we're just going to extend the right leg up. It's up to you if you're going to have the padding of the toes, so pushing the heel away, or you're going to have the toes on the wall, okay? So really up to you. And we're going to have 5 breaths with one leg, 5 breaths with the other, and come down into child's pose. Or if you don't want to come in there, then come into cat-cow, or you can even do, if it's not for your wrist, that you do the same. So three-legged dog, but three-legged dolphin, so you are in your arm balance, okay? So release into, or you can stay in downward facing dog for 10 breaths as well. So release here, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Walk that right leg up and release in. So once you feel comfortable, try to push the sit bones back towards the wall, lengthen up. Breathe, I'm not gonna talk here. Lovely stretch. Inhale. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Inhale. Slowly bring that right leg down, realign in your down dog, and then transfer the weight to the right leg and extend the left leg up. You may notice a difference between the two sides. Exhale 3. Exhale 5. Inhale, bring the legs down and come down into a child's pose. Release to the floor. Bring the hands by the heels. Just relax the shoulders here. Let the breath to calm down. Allow yourself to settle here. From here, we have the option to going into handstand by the wall. So we're going to go up to three-legged dog and walk the other leg up. And maybe even take one leg away, then the other from the wall. I'll show you in a second. Or you can just do down dog or dolphin by the wall, or cat-cow by the wall. So really, whatever you want to come into. If you want to have a quick look at the handstand away from the wall, then we're releasing into a downward facing dog, and then we step up into the three-legged dog, and we bring the other leg up as well. So you can stay here, or you can walk one leg away, or both, or you can bring yeah, both. I'm not doing that now. And then you just walk down again and come into your child's pose, okay? If you can come back, and you can even do shoulder rolls, okay? As many breaths as you wish to. It's really your practice, what you feel comfortable with. It looks harder than it is. If you manage the three-legged dog, you just walk there. The wall is there support. The wall is there to support you. La, 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 la. Okay, so coming into, but you have the options of cat-cow, down dog, dolphin as well. Release here. Walk one leg up, then the other. Tuck the tailbone under. Let the head hang, top of the head reaching down. You can walk one leg away, the other. 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, up, and then slowly walk down. You can come into child's pose, or you can sit back on the heels and then just release into your shoulder shrugs. Yeah, it's really good to practice arms getting stronger, strong core lifting up. Yeah, so if handstand is your aspiration, this is where you get the arms in. Okay, we're gonna come into a lovely quad stretch, going back to show from the side. So this time we're going to have the walk. So you have the option of just having the back of the right foot there and then coming far away from the wall. Yeah, so I show you the option is that you far away from the wall, activate the core, and you just bring the left leg forward. If you want, obviously the harder it is, that you walk the knee all the way to the wall, so you got like a complete closure between the knees and the legs. If your knee is happy with that, make sure that your block doesn't slide away. Take your time and then bring the left leg forward. Okay, so here, similar to what we had in the lounge, except that we're hugging that leg in. Make your adjustment that this feels comfortable. Okay, if from here you want to step a little bit further up, then bring the hands onto that left knee, left thigh, and come up. Tuck the tailbone under, activate the core, feel a lovely stretch in the front of that left quad. No hinging, no pinging in the lower back and the knee, okay? Very mindful. All you have to do is come a little bit further away from that wall. Roll the shoulders back, breathe. I have no idea if you went in there when I started, because then it's about 3 breaths. If you only started to go in there afterwards, then 5 deep breaths in here. Exhale, 4. You can even come closer, maybe make it deeper even. So you're bringing your sit bones to the heel. 5. Okay, and then we're going to come into a twist. So if you didn't start, you can stay there until I explain. So right hand will come on the floor and we're opening up with the left hand and we're moving into the twist. 5 deep breath again. So let's arrive into the twist. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, on the exhalation, come back. If you had your leg on the wall, you can try to swap legs by just bringing the left leg back and then bringing the right leg forward, or you can just come down. Yeah, it doesn't look very elegant. Or you can just come down and readjust. It may be completely different to one side to the other, so take your time, arrive here. Yes, gentle, scooching, funny noises from the massage mattress, and release here. And if you want to go further, arrive back. Oh, balance as well. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone under, lengthen up. 5 deep breaths in here. Notice if it feels any different. I feel this side being a little bit tighter. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen up still. Exhale, 3. Checking if we still have time. 4. I was going to go 6, but we have 5. Inhale. On the exhalation, bring that right hand down on the floor. We're going to move into the twist. Inhale, open up with the left arm up, roll the shoulders away. 5 deep breaths. If it's too much for the arm, you can just relax the arm on the thigh. Stack the shoulders on top of each other. Breathe. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back. Take your time to get out of the pose. Nice and soft. And we're going to go down on our backs. I'm going to start showing it this way. So we're going to come into lovely hamstring stretches. Have your blanket close by if you wish to, but then I'm going to turn away from the floor. So we're going into the leg up the wall pose, scooching all the way with the sit bones touching, so there's nothing can fit in there between you and the wall. And then the head is in line with the sit bones, and we just rock up the legs. If you want, you can just quickly have a quick look, because you won't be able to see once you come into this position. So we're going to have 3 positions here. The first one is just going to be the recline pigeon by the wall. So the right leg will come into a figure of 4, and we can control with the left leg how deep we go, and we're going to feel that hip stretch. Second position is going to be 3 by the wall. Left leg will be extended, and the right leg, or Janu Shirshasana, so the right sole of the foot towards the inner left thigh, opening up as high as you wish to. And the third position is going to be the cow face Gomukhasana, when you're crossing the right leg completely over, so the knees are in alignment. And from here, you can stay here, feeling the piriformis, hopefully stretching, or you can bend that left leg, and you can bring those legs towards you. Okay, so these are going to be the 3 positions. Maybe it's easier to explain it before, and then you can just release it. Okay, so coming into your leg, well, hopefully you're in the leg up the wall, or just coming, looking at. So make your way into the leg up the wall pose. Scooch all the way to the wall, and then when you're lying down, sit bone and the head are in alignment, and just bring the leg up. And once you're up there, right leg comes across in the figure of 4, and then bend that left leg as much as you feel comfortable with. So the lower you bring the left leg on the wall, the deeper that lovely stretches, and just realign with the spine. Lift the head and bring it back down, chin slightly tucked in, straight spine. And breathe. Feels so nice. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Stretch the left leg up towards the ceiling again. Bring the right sole of the foot either to the inner thigh, inner calves, and release into the 3 by the wall. You can have the left leg active or relaxed. Feel this lovely release in the right hip. Just surrender here. Connect to the inhalation and the exhalation, really enjoying the breath flowing through that right hip. and the left hamstring. So we have a lovely opening in the right hip and the hamstring stretch in the left leg. Exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Coming into our Gomukhasana, crossing the right leg completely over the left, knees aligning. You can stay here, or bending that left leg, knees still aligned, and then you can bring the legs closer to you, or just let it release to the floor. It should be a gentle stretch in the piriformis. It's a little bit deeper than that right hip muscle, tiny muscle that can cause a lot of havoc. It can get really tight. And this is a beautiful way to release it. Just make sure your knees are happy. So never come into this full bend in the knees that doesn't feel comfortable. Stretch the leg up. And just start with whatever feels right. Remember how we checked in with the body in the beginning. That was not just for the beginning, that's for the whole practice. Each and every pose, checking in for your alignment. So if you have a lovely stretch, but no sharp pain, and you're lengthening the spine, you have this space in the spine and all the muscles, so the alignment is safe. Check. Can the breath flow freely in the pose? Check. Is your mind connected to the breath and the pose? Check. If you have pain, then the alignment is out. If you can't breathe, then you went too far. If your mind is not with us, then you need to focus on the training of the mind. Inhale, exhale, 5. Stretch the legs up the wall. Just observe, maybe close your eyes and notice if you feel any difference between one side to the other. Moving into the other side, recline pigeon by the wall on the left leg, coming into the figure of 4 and playing around with the height of that right leg, which will decide how deep is that stretch in the left hip. Don't go with what you think is right. Settle with what feels right. That's the secret of us progressing in our practice. When we just push it, we may be stuck at the same position. But we always practice in the body that we brought to the mat that single day, in the now. Then we start to release in our practice very rapidly. So the key is always to put in enough effort, but staying effortless in the postures, so the breath can flow freely and the mind can focus on this continuous rhythm of inhaling, filling up, breathing into that part of the body that feels tight, and on the exhalation, releasing, letting it go. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Coming into the 3 by the wall, extending the right leg up, left sole of the foot coming into the inner right thigh or calf or anywhere on that journey. Checking that your chin is tucked in and you're nice and softly released here. Enjoy the hamstring stretch in the right leg and the hip release in the left hip. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. 5. Inhale. On the exhalation, cross the left leg over the right, knees aligning, either keeping the right leg extended or bending the right leg. Knees are aligned. You can even hold the ankles, holding it towards you, or you can just surrender to the wall. Lovely, lovely stretch. Notice your alignment. Notice if the breath is flowing freely, deeply, continuously. Note if your mind is aligned with the physical posture and the breath. It's like in each pose we're setting an intention for that pose. Like here, we're releasing the piriformis muscle, creating freedom and space and ease in the flow. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. I've got a little companion here. And then extend up into the leg up the wall pose, just relaxing here. Again, if you want, you can have a quick peek. So you're definitely not moving your head around in inversion poses. We're going to come into the bridge and the assisted shoulder stand by the wall. So if you've never done shoulder stand, this is really your chance with the wall. Legs are going to be hip distance apart, and we're coming up like we would come into any bridge. We're tucking the tailbone under, we're lifting up, and we're lengthening. So you can come here, you can go a little bit away, nice and deep. I'm sliding here. So you have your bridge position. If you want to come a little bit further, then you walk. I should have been on a mat. So you're not going to be having this sliding if you're on your mat. You have your hands on the knees, walk the shoulders together, and then you have the option of pressing one leg up or both legs up and making your way up into the shoulder stand. So you can just have one leg supported on the wall and then bring the other leg up, or both. Okay, and then release down, nice and soft. So we're going to have 10 breaths. Either you can have, I'm going to go by the wall because the sliding is not the bestest. So either you have, when you're coming into the wall, so you come in, that you have the knees and the hips are in alignment. Okay, so you're going to have enough space to come up into your bridge. You can have 5 breaths on the bridge, or you can have 5 in the bridge and 5 in the shoulder stand. Okay, so let's come up. Inhale, tuck the tailbone under, press into the bridge. Shoulders stay down, squeeze the glutes. So basically it's the same as the bridge. You're pressing the feet to the wall, squeezing the glutes, activating the core, chin tucked in. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. You have the option of come down and then come back into the bridge. You have the option of walking the hands together, supported by the heels and supported by the hands, bringing one leg up or both, and then you arrived into the shoulder stand, or just bringing one leg away at a time. Your decision, whatever you choose. 5 deep breaths. If you're in the shoulder stand, lift the leg towards the ceiling, active core, deep breath. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. And 5. Step back into the wall, ready to go, and then release into your bridge. Slowly walk down And then if you came away from the wall, of course you did for the bridge, then turn to the side and scooch back all the way to the wall and come up into the leg up the wall pose. So the last posture before the relaxation is, yes, we still have time, relaxing the shoulders, bring the chin in, and from here we're just going to open up the legs into the splits. So just open one leg to the other and then walk the legs as far as you feel comfortable. You can hold the legs on the outside or on the inside, or you can just relax in here. And then what's going to happen is, with the help of the gravity, as we completely relax in here with the legs spreading out on the wall, we're going to hear noises of sliding, legs sliding down the wall. So what's going to happen as we release in here, suddenly, oops, you can hear, the legs are going to walk down. Beautiful little preparation for splits. If that is something that you're interested in, keep the spine straight, chin tucked in, and just relax in here. So you can stay here anywhere from a minute to 10, but just really feel into those inner thighs. So as always, effortless effort, okay? You feel that it's still lovely. You can breathe into it, but gravity and the wall are your little helpers. Why do we want to come into the splits? One thing that it would look lovely on pictures, if that's what we're going for, but we are yogis, we're not going for that. The reason is that when we have that beautiful opening in the hip, that release in the hips and the hamstrings and the inner thighs, that means that we free the physical body from the tightness, from anything which is pulling back, because all that tightness is that cellular memory in the body. Every time something went not in a way that we wanted it to go. So whenever we sort of like got into a little bit of stress, there was like a knot. And then when we are here, when we're relaxing, we're slowly but surely releasing those knots in here. Don't worry if the legs are not going down at the same level, so one may be lower than the other. Nature will find its balance. Two more deep breaths in here. When you're ready to come out, use the help of the hands. You can bring back one leg at a time if you want to. Slide the legs up, arrive into the legs up the wall pose. Here comes the blanket handy. If you want, lift the hips a little bit and bring the blanket down. So you elevate the pelvis and release here. Free the shoulders, tuck the chin in. And we're only staying 5 deep breaths in here since we had the legs up. Putting our feet up is just so beneficial, so healing for the lymphatic drainage, for the hormone system. This is pretty much the only time when the leg and the pelvis is higher than the heart and the head. So it gives a beautiful flow of oxygen to the heart, oxygenates the brain, massages the thyroid. Isn't nature so beautiful? All you have to do is put your feet up and the healing is happening for you. It's a restorative pose. You're just chilling here, breathing. And all these wonderful healings happen in your body. Just because you took the time to give the opportunity to body to come to the physical posture, you connect with your breath and you're conscious of what's happening. You just have to be in the right pose in the right time, for the right time. And bending the knees, taking your blanket away. You can stay here for longer if you want to, but today we're gonna have time for the meditation and relaxation. So just release to the side in a fetal position, like we would come out of Shavasana. Whenever you feel ready, come up into a seated position. Again, by the wall, you can use your blanket to elevate the pelvis, cross-legged, straight-legged, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just release in here. Allow yourself to settle. Gently bring the shoulders to the wall, the back of the head leaning towards it. Supporting yourself on it, lifting the top of the head up, letting the sit bone come down. Make any adjustment. Remember, you have the options to move until you feel this complete support, this effortlessness in the physical body, so the effort can come in the breath and the mind. And then connect with the belly breathing. And just enjoying the flow of the breath. We're going to move into the 4-step breath. That means we're going to inhale for the count of 4. Then hold the breath in for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 4. And hold the breath out for a count of 4. If the 4 is too much for you, go with 3 or 2. 4 should generally be okay, unless you have some medical conditions, then just go with inhaling and exhaling, full belly breathing. But give this a try. Holding of 4 counts is acceptable for everyone. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold out 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue in your own rhythm, whichever numbers you choose, for 3 more rounds. just release the control of the breath and allow yourself to come into your natural rhythm, observing what's happening. Whenever you're ready, release into Shavasana, lying down on your mat, on your back. You can put a blanket over you or a block on the knees. The head drops, the feet about hip distance apart, arms a comfortable distance. Roll the shoulders up, chin tucked in. Just arrive into your final pose, Shavasana, where all of our practice gets integrated. All these changes that we have created in the energetic system, we created in the physical muscles, joints, released, gets integrated with the help of just surrendering here and allowing this to happen. If your mind allows you, just rest here, enjoying this pause.